So first off, we've got the on-page optimization. Now, on-page SEO, there are two parts to SEO. You've got on-page SEO, which is everything that happens on your website. Then you've got off-page SEO, which has to do with references to your website on other people's websites, whether it's posting of an article or whether it's posting a comment and linking back to your site. That's all off-page. What I want to focus in on or channel in on is the on-page optimization. This is something that every website needs. And if you've already got a great amount of content, just sometimes by doing the on-page optimization, you can improve your traffic and your rankings overnight because you're telling Google what it is that your website is all about. Now, the off-page side of things, a lot of people get themselves in sticky situations. So I think the best thing that you can do, if you focus on great quality content, which will make sure that it gets shared, and then we have a look at on-page optimization, which I'll walk you through now, you're going to be 95% of the way there, and you can just plug a little bit of that off-page SEO into the back of it. So how does on-page SEO work? Well, it's all about making sure that Google knows what it is your page is about. And to do that, we want to choose one keyword. Now, a keyword, and I'll kind of use the term synonymously, a keyword doesn't necessarily need to be one word. It's actually a keyword phrase. So it could be 3 words. When I talk in terms of a keyword that someone searches in Google, I could say SEO services Melbourne, and that is actually considered a keyword. Even though it's got 3 words in it, it's more of a keyword phrase. Now we want to be assigning one keyword phrase to each page on our website, and then we need to put it in a few key places. So how do we determine, well, what keywords should we be using? Now, the first thing is, as I said, understanding your target market. If you know that Jane, is having these conversations going on in her mind, we think about, well, what does she go to Google and type into the search box? Sometimes that can give you at least a seed keyword, a first keyword that you can start, so you can start doing some of your keyword research. You need to know what piece of content you have created or are about to create. And if you know a bit about that content, we want to choose a relevant keyword to that piece of content, obviously, because we don't want our website to appear for a particular keyword and then someone to click on the link and go through to the page and then find out that, hang on, this piece of content has absolutely nothing to do with the keyword that I clicked on. So you need to make sure that the keyword matches the content. That's a given. And then we need to make sure that people are actually searching it, because there's not really much point in ranking for a very obscure keyword that no one's actually searching for. So how do we do that? There are a couple of ways, and you can see them on the screen here. Just up the top here, I've got the search box. Now, what you can do is type in that seed keyword. You know a little bit about your target market. You know about this piece of content. You can type in a seed keyword into your search box, and you've probably already seen this. They call it Google Predictive Search, and it tells you, or it gives you some other options based on the primary keyword that you popped in. So I've popped in here SEO Services Melbourne, but a couple of other options popped up. SEO Agencies Melbourne, SEO Providers Melbourne, SEO Services YouTube, or Melbourne SEO Services YouTube. These provide some great hints on keywords that Google think is important, that people are actually searching, that might be relevant for you to optimize your content around. Another option is when you run a search, scroll right down to the bottom of the page and you can see searches related to whatever keyword phrase you typed in. Now, some of them aren't going to be the right fit. Sometimes they are. I mean, Family Getaways Melbourne or Melbourne Football Club probably isn't the right match for, when I'm trying to target SEO Services Melbourne. But you will find some that do fit, like SEO Consultant Melbourne. Now, we're building some potential keyword opportunities for words that I could try and optimize for. Another tool that you can have a look at, I mean, these are just free options and that'll get you most of the way there. But another free tool that you can have a look at is one called Market Samurai. And marketsamurai.com is just a keyword research tool, and you basically pop in seed keywords and then it can help you find relevant phrases. But the real takeaway here is you want to, for every piece of content, choose one keyword. Once you've chosen that one keyword, it's all about making sure that you put it in the relevant places. So I've given you a bit of a list here. And you can see we want to make sure that the keyword appears in our URL, in our title, in our description, in our blog title, and then our body content. Now I've got a screen grab over here, and you'll see I've actually underlined some of those areas, and I'll walk you through it. The title is the one that appears up the top here, and that's right there. And then you've got the URL, that's this one here, and then this one here is the blog title. And then down here, this one is inside the body content. The only one that wasn't there was the description, and that's actually the meta description. That's what appears in the search results. Now, you want to make sure that you have the keyword mentioned at least once in each of these different places. Try and avoid, what's called keyword stuffing. So you don't want to say, let's say my keyword was blue widgets. In the title, I don't want to say blue widgets, blue widgets, blue widgets, blue widgets. And then in the description, are you looking for the best range of blue widgets? Well, here on bluewidgets.com, we've got the largest selection of blue widgets. Click here to see and find the best blue widget for you. Now that feels very unnatural. It feels like I'm stuffing in the keyword. And people sometimes in the past, they used to say, well, what's the best keyword density? How many keywords do I need to have per blog post? And it's best to just write naturally. Google's gotten smarter over the years, and it can recognize, as long as you put the keyword in a few key places, Google will go, aha, I get it. You don't need to keep bashing it over the head for it to learn and understand what keyword you're trying to optimize for. So take that one keyword and then you put it in these relevant places. Now, how do you actually get it in those relevant places? You can actually check out, if you're on WordPress, and so you might actually already know, but if you're on WordPress, there's a great plugin called Yoast.com. I've got the URL there. It's a free plugin that you can download, and it enables you to edit and tweak your title and your meta description, and you type in, your focus keyword, the keyword that you're focusing the page on, and then you can put the keyword, obviously, in the content like you would normally do. So it's a very easy process and makes things that little bit easier. And it's also got some extra functionality, which we'll talk about later when it comes to Google Plus and making sure that we have authorship set up. So that's a great way. Now, if you're using another platform, just reach out to whatever the community is. If you're on Blogger, or if you're using Tumblr or some of these other platforms, I'm sure there are solutions out there. You just take the concepts that I'm giving you and then find the appropriate thing for your platform. So the only bit of caution I've got here is just to make sure that you optimize for the user. Now, just remember, it's the user is the person who is going to engage with your website. Google's search robots, when they get there, they're not the ones that are going to sit and read your content. That's not your audience. Google's just going to do that to try and rank you. But once you're ranked, it's the user that's going to keep coming back, and they're the people you want to engage for. So when people first hear a little bit about SEO, sometimes, like I said, they'll try and stuff the keyword in there, or they'll try to over-optimize. Always put the user first and SEO second. If you need to compromise on the way that a sentence is written because you're trying to squeeze the keyword in there, chances are you're probably doing it wrong. Because you really want to make sure that you're optimizing for that user first.